Hey peeps, how's it going? My name is LJ. You are now chilling with LJ. We are playing Disco Elysium. We're gonna restart from the start. Alright. We get to pick our type of personality. Thinker, extremely intelligent, very bad with people, knows interesting facts, comes up with original ideas. Very psychological, a magnetic personality, but unstable. Might begin to lose his mind. Extremely physical, interacts with the world through his body, gets things done, but dumb as a rock. Might go sensitive. Very psychological. Might begin to lose his mind though. Alright. Furies are at home in the mirror. It is their address, even the clearest water if deep.
There is nothing. Only warm primordial blackness. Your conscious ferments in it, no larger than a single grain of malt. You don't have to do anything anymore.
Ancient reptilian brain. Say I'm already losing my mind.
Ever. Never, ever.
We keep on non-existing.
An inordinate amount of time passes. It is utterly void of struggle. No ex-wives are contained within it.
What was that about the X something?
An awareness creeps up on you. A mass lies hidden in your dead angle, soaking in some lurid acidic sauce. It's bloated and shameful, a pool of meat surrounding you. This is a terrible line of questioning, and it will only lead to more awareness of the meat thing.
No, I wanted to know about the X something.
Ex-love. Ex-tenderness. It is foolish of you to resurface to the loss. Not after all the damage you suffered to get here. Some of it irreversible. Stay. Sail with me through the abyssopelagic zone.
Alonzi, never let me go.
Alright, nothing town to fuck all borough.
Return trip to the silence.
You want me to upgrade that to a one-way trip, sir?
Wait, no, I need to belittle myself instead.
Do you really?
I do. Let me off.
You wouldn't like it if I told you what was back there. Why'd you think you had to bludgeon yourself into oblivion? Or did you not sense yourself marinating? Poured so much over yourself. Got a bit carried away, did we, Chef?
Fear and apprehension. You should ask what's out there first. It's waiting
There's
for
this
me.
giant ball there, in evil apes, and the evil apes are juking it out on the ball. You're one of them. It's basically all just evil apes juking it out on a giant ball.
How big is the ball?
You can't even make out it's a ball when you're juking it out. It's that large. Infinitesimally small. Vying for resources is a stupid expression you picked up somewhere. The part of the presentation you want to take home with you is this. You have to beat the other evil apes in the face, or you lose.
That's sad.
Yes, it is. And you drowned in that sadness a long time ago.
What do you mean, drown?
You lost.
Open your eyes. So this is me. I'm hungover and in my underwear. Clear cut trousers, -1 savoir faire, +1 electrochemistry. Fan has 2 chain pull switches, one ends in a tiny fan, the other in a light bulb. Truly horrific necktie has somehow attached itself to one of the blades. Or has it been consigned there as punishment? You feel as though this creature is your friend. It wants to reattach itself to your neck so that you may continue your adventures together in this strange world. Blades come squeaking to a halt. Swoop up and catch the tie. Release from the blade. Warning, the necktie is no longer contained. What you have in your hand is a fantastically colorful tie with 4 or 5 different patterns. The knot reminds you of a noose. Perception. You hear a jingle. Keys are clinking in the pocket of your flare-cut pants. Fish them out. There's whirling in rags on the aluminum ring. There is a single key on the ring. The number 1 is etched on it. Should open the door. Magnum-sized bottle of Commodore Red is empty. Looks like someone tore out the tape while the song was playing. Satin shirt. Oh yes, meds. Trying it out again. Mirror hangs above a bent and broken sink and a fierce discharge of masculine energy. Someone has ripped half the faucet off. Hot water sprays from the base and steam covers the mirror. You cannot see yourself, just the outline of a man. Suddenly you realize you have no memory of the face that awaits you there underneath the soft vapor. Wipe the mirror. You slowly reach your hand towards the surface of the mirror. Abort, you clearly have not thought this through. You won't like what you see. You will never unbecome it. Maybe I should touch it first, make sure there's nothing wrong with my face. There's definitely something wrong with it. What's wrong? Where to begin? There's the bloatedness, then the swollenness. Like there's an empty upholstery of alcohol underneath your skin. At least my tongue is okay. No, it's swollen and snail-like, wriggling between your fingers. I'm sorry. Bet you are. Your nose feels like a small balloon in the middle of your face. It hurts when you honk it, and it doesn't appear to have a particularly tiny nose either. Not with all the drinks it's absorbed for you. I want to stop doing that. Don't be scared, it's only your face. It's not like anyone's gonna see it. Behold. You have no idea who this thing is, do you? This is the face of a late-stage alcoholic. Too late. You clearly have rigor mortis on your face. Or wait, is that an expression? Are you trying to make an expression with that face? I'm not making it. The face is making itself. Please stop. It's horrible. You're scaring yourself. No, keep making the face. You can't, can you? Like it's not even voluntary anymore. You've worn that grin into your face, now it won't come off. What does it even mean? What is this emotion you're trying to convey? I'm insinuating that I'm vaguely sympathetic. I think I'm sort of pulling it off too, in a sad has-been kind of way. There's some charm to it. There might have been 10 years ago. It's a little more than a cadaverous spasm now. Dig deep into your mind to relocate the source of the expression. I can't. Very low. Attempt to stop the expression from happening. Let the mirror be for now. Let the mirror be for now. The window stands broken in its frame. Cold wind blows in. Dust of damage. Shards face outward. Whatever broke the window came from inside. I break it with my own hands. Fine web of scarring covers the back of your right hand, but none of it is recent. You're just more likely a projectile than a held object. There are no fragments on the floor from pulling a tool back in after impact. Assess the size. It's too large for a bullet, yet too small for a piece of furniture. You're looking for something heavy and larger than your fist. Like the green shoe that's on the hat rack in the corner, which coincidentally is missing its friend. Congratulations, you smashed a window with your own shoe. Now you only have one. If you're lucky, you can still find the other on the balcony outside. The door to it should be outside your room. Maybe I should go get that shoe. Guess I'll get the other shoe too. Something on the table. 40 cents. What are you up to, Smads? Smell of the sea makes you dizzy. Oh, there's my other shoe. There they both are. Two identical shoes, both copiously green and indiscriminately snakeskin, reunited on your feet. How do they fit? Good, they're balanced, comfy. Feels like the only good thing about you right now, truth be told. Calendar says it's March, the year's 51. Young woman raises a cigarette to her lip. Very personnel?
No.
Seems perplexed by your question. Only one solution to this. You're a businessman. Why'd you call me officer?
Because you're a police officer, sir.
Are you sure?
I am, yes. Unless you've been feeding us a set of very well-rehearsed lies all this time.
All this time?
You've been here for 3 days. On official police business, no less.
And what business is that?
I couldn't say. In truth, so far, mostly drinking.
Try the expression on her, let her know you want her physically. My God. I should get going.
Of course. Be careful, officer. They don't like the police around here. Goodbye.
Looks like she left a nice long stub in the ashtray. You should pick up that fat cigarette butt from the tray, light it up, and smoke the shit out of it. Am I a smoker? Who knows what you are, a monster, a murderer, the gnome of Jeroma? You feel like a smoker, especially when you look at that juicy, succulent, seductive cigarette stub still smoldering. He needs a good foot massage. Yeah. The second person to be promoted tonight. Broke it out the filter, I can't smoke that. Very astute of you. This renders it ineffectual. You should look for a whole cigarette, or better yet, an entire pack. Strike that a curtain. Yeah, that idea seems to make your neck expand. Suddenly the garish tie feels very snug. Or you can not do that. No one is making you. Think about it. Good. Thinking about yummy cigarettes in your mouth is the next best thing. Make sure you think about the juicy sticks of tobacco all the time, though. It doesn't count if it's not all the time. When you're done thinking about them, graduate to getting them. Plus, smoking them gives massive bonuses. does. This is the weekend edition of satirical newspaper Trump Le Monde. This is where the lyrics should be. Big old karaoke mic, just waiting for someone to sing into it. Speakers connected to the radio, the music is seasoned with static. You totally sing karaoke here. The first chance you get, your emotions need to be expressed. People need to know you of your vast oceanic soul. My soul's cubic content is obscured by the hangover. Of course, at this point, precise measurements of your soul can only be performed from the outside. It needs to be heard through a PA system by other people. Whether they like it or not, ram it up their ears, says your adrenaline gland. Violently express yourself. What should I sing? You have not yet stumbled on the right lamentation, but it's out there. It'll come to you. You'll wreak havoc with it. Serves them right. Wipe that smirk off their face with your sad, tragic song. Who's laughing now? No one. You have to find a tragic song first. Soft purr of an electric juicer comes from the kitchen. Someone is working. Osafed. This is a water cooler. A large bubble is rising to the surface. Menu's been wiped clean. Only the word Monday is written on it. Kim Kitsuragi, a spectacled man in front in an orange bomber jacket, is tapping his foot on the floor. Looks like he's waiting for someone. You. As you approach, he narrows his eyes and extends his hand in greeting. If an assault was launched on this building right now, if the windows came crashing down and the whole world descended upon you, this man would hurl himself in death's way to save you. You're sure of this, but why?
Hello, I'm Kim Kitsuragi, Lieutenant, Precinct 57. You must be from the 41st.
I was waiting for your name. This is your chance to come up with a really good name for yourself. Get creative. Invent a name. Raphael Ambrosius Costo. Very cool, but won't I come off like a douche if I call myself that? Instinctively run your hand over the multi-patterned silk of Don't worry, Raphael is one classy name for one classy cop. My name is Raphael Ambrosius Costa.
Yes, well.
Doesn't even process what you just said, just moves on.
It looks like we had a little scheduling error on Sunday. Saturday too, actually. Have you had time to talk to the manager here?
You mean that guy? Not towards the man behind the counter. I totally talked to him. No, I haven't. There must have been some kind of misunderstanding. You're taking me for someone else.
Then we should ask him for a rundown of the area. Get me up to speed. I understand the scene is out back, right? It also wouldn't hurt to assure him the police are finally here. In full force, I mean. Have you mapped out the initial interviews?
What interview?
At the 57th, we like to prepare an initial list of persons of interest, and then just skim the surface. Prepare the field, get to know the players. You don't do that? Maybe it's not an inter-district practice. Okay, we'll have time for that after we take a look at the coroner's case. Have you removed the dead body from the tree?
Dead body? No.
So the body is still in the tree.
This is the first time you detect a wariness in the lieutenant's voice. It's obvious he would have preferred for the body to no longer be in that tree.
Where it has been hanging for 7 days straight. We should go there as soon as we are done talking to the owner.
What were we supposed to do again? Talk to the manager, then we go out back and take the body down. After you, officer. If you're about to embark on an investigation, shouldn't you have a badge? Didn't I have a badge or something? You mean you don't have a badge? It wasn't on me when I woke up. Losing your ID is a serious... Oops, sorry. It's a serious matter. My vehicle has a shortwave. You can use it to report your badge missing. I advise you try to locate it as quickly as possible, but getting the body down should still take precedence. Tutorial agent. Lieutenant Kim is now in your party. You can talk to him whenever by clicking on him. Let's talk to this owner. Man in his late 20s with a thin and unimpressive beard notices you approaching. He drops the ledger he's holding and turns to the lieutenant. Could he be irritated with you? He avoids eye contact altogether, like you're not even there.
Mr. Gart, right? You run this place.
Yes.
I am Kim Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. This is an inter-district investigation, so joining me from Precinct 41...
Harbinger of ruin. As I said, Detective Raphael Ambrosius Costo.
Right. Now, I know it took us a while to arrive at the scene. It also took you a while to call us and report the dead body. It was you who placed the call, yes?
No, I only just got here. It was probably Sylvie who called you. She usually works the bar here. I'm only temporarily taking over her duties.
Do you have her number?
As a matter of fact, I do.
You said you just got here. From where? Are you a local?
What? Of Martinez? No, I live in Jamrock. I only sometimes come here to keep an eye on the place. This is just one of the many, many cafeterias I manage.
But you still know your way around, yes? In case we need directions.
Yes, I know where some things are. But as I said, I don't live here. I just used to work here. And I'm not going to start working here again, if that's what you think.
I didn't imply that. Detective? I have everything. You?
I have questions?
Yes, he means do you have questions for me? Like a police officer would.
Where's the body? Behind this building there's a courtyard. They hoisted him up on a tree there. How will we get there? Easy. See the door there? He points to the west. First you exit through that, then to your right, see a big hole in the fence, a really big one. You can get to the courtyard through there. He want you to feel guilty for making that hole. It's implied in his voice. Who killed him? I don't know who killed him. I'm not the police. That's your job. Why did Sylvie go away? She went away because none of your business. You the bartender? No, I'm not the bartender. I'm the cafeteria manager. What's the difference? I have 3 cafeterias. 3. Get over it. What is your problem with me? Why would I have a problem with you? You're a hero cop. You're being sarcastic. Am I, or did you ride in, take the body down, solve the murder, and not trash my hostel room? You're right, you didn't. It's only taken you 3 days not to. What have I been doing all that time? You see me around? No, I haven't seen you around. I just got here. Not so fast. You owe me 130 real. No one is saying the multi-pattern necktie you found tied to the ceiling fan could talk. Must be merely imagination. But let's bail. Time to push the eject button. Sounds like a responsibility. You don't like those. Don't listen to him. It's madness. Just talk. Excuse me, you owe me 130 real. Or IIR, Mr. Real is global reserve currency. Whatever part of the world you're in right now, it's safe to assume he means you owe him some money. Owe you money. Wow, you're a genius. Yeah, that's right. You owe me 130 real. He points to the red ledger on the counter. Did I just hear my necktie speak to me twice? What do I owe this place for? Let's see. 3 nights of the tariff of 20 real comes to 60, then there's the window you annihilated. The hole in the window was the first thing I saw when I came to work, so don't try to tell me you didn't. That will be 40 in damages. Another thing you've annihilated is half the bar. You've run a tab of 30. Actually more, but we'll round it down to 30 for your hard work maintaining the stability and order of Revachol. Just getting my bearings. Money is what grown-up people use to pay for things. Things like a hostel room where he peeks into the ledger, 8 balls of potent blend, 9 packs of Royal Extra. Proceed and show him the coins you found. Yes, it is. That's 10 plus 10 plus 20 equals 40. I'm down to 90, right? No, you see, there's a tinge of sadness. That's 40 cents. Cents are a form of currency 100 times smaller than real. Not even gonna take this. Come back when you have 130. Cafeteria manager stands silently looking at the coppers counter before him. happens now? Turns to the lieutenant. I'm sorry, but he has to pay. I can't let him stay here any longer if he doesn't. If he doesn't have the money by tonight, then... Officer, maybe you're better off working this from home now. You live in Jamrock, right? It's not that far. I'll see what I can do. Sorry I couldn't help more. You should take this up with your station. I have a shortwave radio. By the way, where is home? The address is coming up blank and this place sure isn't. I have no idea. But you've been at this hostel cafeteria for 3 nights. Where were you before? You had to be somewhere. Far away? In time or space? Both? Doesn't sound like somewhere you can stay if you run out of money. I traced the way back somehow, the exact street, the exact number on a building. You can try, run some addresses in your head. When you get the time, maybe a street or an apartment will appear. These are the thoughts you kind of get to work with as you advance. This is my first opportunity. Lonesome long way home. It will give me +1 encyclopedia. Actual memory return. Let's rewind. Let's trace your drunken steps back home. Jump across the raised channel bridge southwest of here. Fall over, get up, get off the asphalt in 20 minutes. Shuffle your feet through the courtyards, scaring little children. Go under the great raised motor track, the 881, till you reach the domain imminent in North Jamrock. The streets are frozen this time of year, caked with ice. Walk down Main to Perdition. There's a side alley there and your footprints in the mud. So we'll internalize that. That's gonna take 6 hours. This is everything we have to do.
Yes?
Tell me about the case. What do you want to know? You say it's mysterious? Oh, it's not particularly mysterious. Doors open 1600.
Hello, sweetie.
Sweetie.
Why? You are, officer.
Look at me.
You are a handsome man, officer, with your moustache and your chiseled jaw and that silly dimple on your chin.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
You must forgive me. I'm getting so scatterbrained, I completely forgot to introduce myself. I'm Lena. My husband Morel and I are staying with our friend Gary just down the street, but I come here for tea when they're away.
Lena's wacky enough for the motley crew. Hire her on the spot. Seem to be in a chair. I'm a paraplegic. Someone with limited or no ability to use the lower half of their body. Paraplegia is caused by spinal cord injuries, falling from a great height, or grenade explosion. Alright, it was rude of me to mention the wheelchair. Let's move on. This Royal Pinball machine is unplugged. Bottle of rum has been knocked over. Sugary black rum stain on the counter makes you teary-eyed. It's almost touching how syrupy and sticky it is. Not now. Oh, excuse me, do you have something better to do than lust for sweet syrupy rum and lemonade? With a twist of lemon, maybe lime? Man is sleeping at the table wearing mudcake boots and rolled down overalls. The back of his shirt reads Wild Pines. And then who is this? No idea, looks like he works for Wild Pines, the logistics company who owns and operates the harbor. And does not mind, you probably need them more than he does. Just picked up medicine. This item is stored in the bottom left corner of the screen above your character portrait. Click on it to heal your morale if you have morale damage. Street sign says F the police. Pigs go home.
The RCM in Martinez? What can I help you with? We don't see a lot of police around here, that's all. Of course. What can I help you with?
Probably know there's a corpse hanging from a tree back there. It smells pretty bad, so I have to take breaks. Don't worry, miss. We're here to clean it up. You can get to work soon. Thank you. For gloves, you get the feeling that you need them. Dead body to do so. Can I borrow your gloves? Sure, keep them. I have another pair. Smells like spoiled meat and curdled dairy, a human being decomposed. Several footprints in the mud left by work boots, anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs have walked here. Rickety but still climbable. Corpse looks at you with bulging white eyes. The face around them does not look human. It's swollen and ready to burst. Lips are fish-like. His tongue is like a ball gag in his mouth. Seem to be holding your breath. Cargo belt twists his neck at an unnatural angle. The body below appears stiff. It's letting out an ungodly rot. The smell seeps in even through your clenched nostrils. Oh, what is that? Why is it so bad? Active decay. It's okay to throw up. No one is judging. Trash container's locked with the lid. Padlock says whirling rags. Something in there. Body's downwind from here. Maybe you prefer the smell of garbage to the smell of death. What do you think could be in here? Trash, food waste from the cafe. They lock the containers to keep the derelicts from walking in. Yes, I feel like there's something in there. Just a hunch, maybe someone threw something in there. How do we get the lock open? We could try using a pry bar. There's one in my motor carriage, or we could ask for the key from the manager. Mail collection box has been heavily vandalized with graffiti. Good mail delivery box. Mail collection box seems cathartic. Thankful, so do you. You shudder, then you swallow. Suddenly you see it over all the graffiti. Someone has the words Revachol forever. This book has a rose, a pistol, and a half-naked dame on its cover. Look, you don't really understand what it's about, nor does it seem important.
sir. Step right in. The store is open. Are you interested in a new and exciting book? It's a bookstore, sir. We sell books, postcards, and some board games. It's called Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People.
Hold your horses. Said I know all these things, and I do, goddammit.
Sir, are you okay? You've been standing here silently for a while now.
If I ask you some questions?
Okay, sir. I'll try to answer any questions you have. I hope they're about books.
What's your name? Name's Annette, sir. My mom, her name is Plaisance. She owns the store. She's inside minding the register. You're standing out here in the cold because I'm signaling that the store is open, otherwise people might not know. They'd miss out on the crime, romance, and biographies of famous people. Sudden gush of winds turns the pages of the books on the counter. She covers her face, but she's cold. Oh, can I help you in some way? No, I'm sure. I'm happy to help Mom by luring in customers. Besides, I have some hot juice in my vacuum bottle to keep warm. Can you be at school or something? I do my studies at home. I have to help Mom keep this place running. Mom says the business is peachy. She was a little afraid at first. There's talk about this house being cursed. Behind her, the window has been boarded up. You sense the boards creaking, twisting for a second. Cursed. Sounds rather serious. I should probably look into this. We can go into the bookstore and ask about the case, but I don't see much more to look into here. What do you know about the other failed businesses? Nothing really, sir. Mom doesn't allow me to sneak around in the back rooms or the cellar. How does this curse manifest itself? Not manifest itself in any way, it does not exist. I liked it better when we were talking about whether it's appropriate to stand out in the freezing weather. But Kim, the plasmic manifestation.
Welcome to Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People. My name is Plaisance. Be welcome, and please take responsibility for the energy you bring into this space.
Golden pendant hangs around her neck in the shape of what looks like a tiny fish head trapped in amber. Curious pendant you're wearing.
Oh yes, helps to have an anchor in these times.
Are you the owner?
I am the proudest owner of our little shop of culture.
It's fine-tuned her voice to find the most welcoming approach for attracting new customers. It doesn't work. Daughter's the one standing outside the store, right? Annette, yes, my daughter. I hope she isn't slacking off with her nose in science fiction. How compelled were you to buy books after talking with her? Not grading a human being, I don't do that. Now, it's not personal, it's about proper sales practice and market research. And my precious, her dedication brings joy to my heart. She's immensely satisfied with the answer. If you have children, I hope they turn out as great as my Annette. The way you're handling her strikes me as wrong. Mind your business, sir. In our society, people don't go tell each other how to raise their children. Cursed? Oh, I've word with her. This place is not cursed. It's robustly magnetic energy, good for commercial activity.
Excuse me, officer. The back room is strictly for employees only.
What's behind the curtain? Nothing. Why aren't you browsing books? Pull open the curtains. Just as you're about to pull open the curtains, the petrified voice of the shop owner cries out again. Sir, don't touch that. I told you it's off limits for the customers. Parapsychologically speaking, we're done. If you decide to open them, I won't be held responsible for the consequences. Hey Kyle, good to see you, man. How's it going? He looks away mumbling. Why is everyone always messing with the curtains? Why can't they just buy books like normal people? It's different. I'm a police officer. I need to get in there. Why? It's not like anyone was killed there. Stops abruptly as her hand flies over her mouth. Sorry, I don't mean to be so impolite. Please don't go in there. I can't allow that. You'll only make things worse and unleash the power. I'm not doing too bad, Kyle. Playing some Disco Elysium. Sense this place calling for me. I must investigate beyond the threshold. Ooh. I don't care, you can't stop me. I'll open them. No, she raises her hand to try and stop you. Please just talk to me, officer. Come here and let's talk this through before you decide to do anything extreme. curtain. A dimly lit room full of dusty furniture and trash. A doorway stands in the back, covered in dozens of scary little cage-like trinkets. Your shadow looming over it like a woman. I warned you, you're unleashing forces beyond your understanding. Ghostly silhouettes of hair dryers. Vaguely androgynous portrait of a man. Now that I'm here, I'll stay up a little longer. Awesome. Heavy door with a missing handle stands before you, covered in dozens of little oddly shaped trinkets and charms. It appears to be locked. Only an echo. No one is there. Maybe I should break it down, but not before I strategize. That's right, take in your surroundings. You need to have a solid ground and a proper posture. Room's dimly lit and littered with old barber shop rubber. Path of the door is clear. Made of solid block of wood, but it has stood there for ages. The hinges are old and coated with carmine layers of rust. Smash into the wood and see a small crack appear under the door frame. It's gonna take one more try, but you've done it. Tenant stares at you. Not thinking of trying again, are you?
What is this place?
Looks like a gym to me. The electricity still works. We should find a flashlight if we want to go on. There should be one in my canoe. Eerie feeling rises in your chest. Alright, get the... Going back there.
You broke down the back door? The wards, the door. It's all gone now. Dark psychic energy leeching onto my shop.
Just a door. This place is cursed, detective. They don't call it the Doom commercial area for nothing. Just look at the sheer amount of companies that failed in this house. I hope you're happy that you've ruined everything. Now that you've broken a door, the curse is coming to get me as well. Curse wasn't real. Of course you did. You're nothing but a policeman. You know what? I'm willing to let you investigate the commercial area. We are set on a path. There's little else to do. don't think so. Entity that lives inside the chimney. It takes the shape of a woman, a witch. Suspected that she knows more about the curse than she lets on ever since I saw her. Chimneys aren't big enough for anyone to live there. No, this chimney is part of the building's central furnace. And it's enormous. My natural magic, I assume. You should go find the entity and ask what happened to all the companies in the building. Do what? You return to me after you talk to it. How does a curse manifest it? River runs through. Disease eating at the very foundation. Curse of financial distress, of ruin and bankruptcy. Alright. Let's see if we can go get a flashlight. Vapor emanates from the large engine. Cabin, you're welcomed by a set of steering levers, a radio microphone on a hook, pull out toolbox under the seat, and a soft glow fuel preheater gauge. Pick up the radio. Precinct 57, hello Lieutenant, how may I assist you? Hello Alice, please assist our colleague from the 41st Precinct here in putting him on. You connect me to the 41st Precinct, I have something I need to report. 10-2, 10-5 is 41st, come in. A scrawny old man sits in a dusty cubicle smoking with a large white rectangle sewn on his vest. In front of him is a box-shaped apparatus with an array of wires and antennas. This is me here, I work at your station. State your message, sir, over. I need to report my badge missing. My badge, I can't find it. N22 to Captain, this sounds bad. Is it him? A dry voice asked. What does he want? Says he lost his badge and needs to report it. Lost his badge? Who lost his badge? Dick Mullen, who do you think? Officer Dick, he tries to speak through laughter. Mullen from the bestseller Dick Mullen and the Lost Identity. Going on? Super Cup lost his badge. Lost his what? Lost his badge. And I don't have my gun either. Great, so I lost my gun. Need you to connect me to a civilian, a Sylvie. Yes, hello? It's the police calling. I have some questions about your last days at work. Alright, hello officer, what can I do for you? Quit your job at the Whirling, why? You mean why did I leave the bar? Honestly, I'm not comfortable discussing it with you, sir. Let's just say I left because I need to get away from someone. Or I don't push you on this. Are you ever coming back? Maybe, I don't know. Is it you who called the police? No, not me. Why didn't you call? Didn't the carts behind your workplace bother you? Of course it bothered me, but I thought the union already knew about the corpse. What does the union have to do with anything? No one calls the police. You can hear or adjust the receiver. The union would get angry. You know, seems like he seems to be looking for words. The union says go as people listen to them. And they take care of their own, which is like everyone here. You know who made the call? No, sorry. People don't have the money to have the cables put in again. They have the union's phone or the one on the coast. Someone else. Find them sooner or later. Have you seen my badge? In my gun. It's a crazy looking car, I know, right? seen my uniform? I think I got everything I need, thanks. I've obviously done something to upset her at the Whirling and Rags when she was still working. I mean, what did I do? Not mad, it's just you were so drunk and emotional all the time, and then the squaw thing. The stuffed bird, the great squaw, you threw it against the wall while screaming, "Fuck that bird," and laughing like a maniac. Level up. Wasn't a very good tenant. No, you weren't. Truly sorry for everything. Like the toolbox. Take the flashlight. Alright. Go back here. Now that we have a flashlight. Our bell lies on the floor. 60 kilograms. Your triceps hum at the side of these. No, we're not gonna lift. Quite the place.
Yes?
We'll go into here first. Project Dreadboard. Your flashlight slides over an old green chalkboard covered in scribbles. Some of the writing faded with age, but you can still make out sections. Examine the welkin. Vera Hamera, high welkin, his face white and scarred. Photo collage depicts barren, icy landscapes wrapped in perpetual night. The permafrost and glacial landform. Alright, Kyle, have a good night. Eggnog or morphine, a much needed respite from our own world. Will do. Have a good night, dude. Old fireplace covered in lines drawn in blue and red marker, the mesh spreading over the stone like blood vessels. Ice bear fridge. You see a terrifying ice bear with a strange compartment in its belly. The door is covered in frost and the bear's eyes are glowing. Gust of freezing cold air rushes to greet you. You hear a low grumble as the bear regulates as the inside of a fridge. Shelves are empty. All you see are crumpled ice cream wrappers with the brand name Revachol Ice City. Take the note from the door. Question, it looks like an ice cream fridge. So they tried to sell ice cream from this hyper carnivore. Even worse, the bear still costing them money to the bear. Thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace, coloring it pitch black. Dark and grimy inside. In the darkness you can hear chatter. It's coming from above, a voice. What are you doing? I hear someone talking upstairs. Yell hello into the furnace. Hear a woman's voice answer. This is the police. Who's there?
Hello? Did you say anything? I can't hear you. Please come upstairs. There's a safety curtain on the second floor. I'll open it.
2 cables are plugged in. Red one leads to the ice bear and the black one to the ice cream maker. A few bricks have fallen off, revealing a compartment behind the wall. Rusty rifles hidden away. Most of them are rusty and inoperable like the rest, but one catches your eye with bolt action with fine wood stock. Take it, you're a police officer. One looks nice. An old Bell Margrave from the Revolution. Seems to no longer be functional, but still a beautiful thing in its own way. What does this mean? It means there are firearms still lying around in Martinez. It's an interesting coincidence, I would say. Should be able to sell that for some money. Do we have to go back up the stairs we came from? Warning, fortress accident on Rue du Saint Casseline. Please repeat, is this the production schedule? Production schedule. Element you have inserted into the reader. This is the police. I'm contractually obliged to protect the privacy of the filament holder fortress accident. Sorry, we're not doing that unless we wait for a month. And can you please repeat the password? Really bad, can you give me a hint? My birthday? I don't know.
Okay. What do you think is going on with that computer, chalkboard, and fireplace?
Hello, I'm Nia. Did you try knocking on my window? I must have missed you. I've been listening to my Melius. So what kind of dye are you looking for? Yes, Amelia is like a call-in station. You need a two-way radio to access one. That's why I have these. Mostly, they just teach you to swear in different languages. But some of the stations can be quite interesting. I was so absorbed, I must have missed you knocking. Then how did you get inside? By the south entrance? You know what? It doesn't even matter. What matters is that you're finally here. I'm a novelty dice maker. Tell me the name of your role-playing system and I'll make the die you need. That's why you're here, yes?
Catrilo with a host. How's it going, Kat? Good to see you.
Very good. My rate is 10 real per set. Unless you
Awesome,
want something
Catrilo.
really
Thank you. I
unusual.
appreciate that. I hope you're doing well.
Take a look around and see if there is any particular stone you want to use.
Melting slowly in the heat wave. Ugh. We had a heat wave go on a couple weeks ago. It was brutal. It was like in the 40s Celsius in the daytime. It was so gross. I hope it doesn't last too long for you. Cools down. It looks directly onto the courtyard. You're saying you didn't see or hear anything? Right now we're not getting any lower than 25 until after the 22nd of August. Ugh. My god. That is quite a long time to have to deal with that. You have some fans and stuff at least, or air conditioning? Inside the chimney of an old central furnace. Strange, I know. When I arrived here, all the other rooms were taken, so I had to build myself a makeshift home. Indeed, we're grasping after straws in terms of how to cool down. Ours in the toddler's room, usually we sleep in 30. Ugh. My god. Wouldn't be able to sleep in that kind of heat. Alright, peeps, give me 1 minute. I will be right back. back, peeps. But I think I might end it here, because I don't know, I'm just not feeling it really. Too much reading. Don't mind it for a while, but after a while it's like, holy, reading out loud it's tough after a while when you're reading paragraph after paragraph. So I think I'm just gonna relax for the rest of the night, hang out. But thank you for hanging out, I totally appreciate it. I'll be back on again tomorrow, probably play something else, figure it out. But thanks for hanging out, and I hope to see us all again next time. Take care, peeps.